So get this, Saudi Arabia is sinking $1.5 trillion into a megacity they say is the future. But what if I told you it's not just an illusion? It's already collapsing. Yeah, see, behind all those shiny ads, there's a story they really don't want you to know. We're talking about physics nightmares, insane environmental destruction, and a human cost that's, well, it's just being buried.
So what is the line officially? Well, the sales pitch is pretty wild. Imagine a city that's basically a 105-mile-long mirrored skyscraper, taller than the Empire State Building, stretching across the desert. It's supposed to house 9 million people, all with no cars, no roads, and absolutely zero pollution. Sounds perfect, right?
I mean, the promises are straight out of a movie. They're talking about construction crews made of robots, packages delivered by drones, even an AI that knows your schedule before you do. It's this incredible, breathtaking vision. But, and this is a big but, here's where that perfect dream smashes headfirst into cold, hard reality. Okay, so the very first problem isn't even about money or politics. Nope, it's about plain old physics. They promise you can cross the entire 105-mile city in just 20 minutes. Sounds great, right? Well, for that to work with any stops along the way, the train would have to hit speeds that are, let's just say, not realistic. So instead of a seamless utopia, you're looking at a total logistical nightmare, where you could literally wait half an hour just for an elevator. And believe it or not, the logistical mess is just the tip of the iceberg. This project isn't just in a fight with physics, it's in an all-out war with the planet itself. Which brings up a pretty simple but terrifying question. The desert is fighting back, and honestly, it's winning. You've got 120-degree heat that can literally warp the mirrored walls. You have constant sandstorms that act like sandpaper, scratching up all that glass. The solar panels can't even handle the heat. Just the maintenance to keep it running is insane. But the environmental cost, well, it gets so much darker. So it turns out, the spot they chose to build this thing, it's a major highway for migrating birds. We're talking millions of them every year. And what happens when they meet a 105-mile-long mirrored wall? It becomes a death trap. The estimated number of birds killed is over 2 million every single year.
You know, as staggering as that environmental cost is, the human cost might be even worse. To clear the path for this futuristic city, they had to remove an entire community. We're talking about 20,000 people from the Huaytub tribe, forced out of their homes, off land their families have lived on for generations. And when they protested, the reports say they were met with violence.
And the human toll, unbelievably, doesn't stop there. If you look at all of Saudi Arabia's recent megaprojects, reports claim a shocking 21,000 workers have died since 2016. Just let that sink in. That is the real foundation this utopia is being built on.
So with all of that going on, you'd think it couldn't get any worse, right? Wrong. Then came the bill. The original budget was already a mind-blowing $500 billion. But today, the estimated cost has tripled to $1.5 trillion. And, well, that trillion-dollar price tag was apparently the final straw. The whole project was banking on high oil prices to pay for everything. When those prices dropped, so did the budget. Now, major investors are backing away, and construction has basically stopped. All those futuristic foundations they dug, they're just empty trenches in the sand.
And the costs just don't make sense. I mean, even if they manage to build a tiny piece of it, just the maintenance, just keeping the sand off the glass and the systems running, is estimated to cost $5 billion a year. Every year.
So where does that leave us today? Well, the grand dream has seriously shrunk. That city for 9 million people, it's been cut down to a small zone for just a few 100,000. Now they're scrambling, trying to call it an industrial hub or a data center, basically anything they can think of to make it seem like it's still a good idea.
Which brings us to the biggest question of all. Is the line really the future of humanity? Or is it just history's most expensive mistake? Look, projects like this all over the world have hidden truths, secrets they don't want you to know. If you want to uncover what's really going on behind the scenes, you need to subscribe. Do it now.